had to start this video again, of course. The twitch is happening. The transition between retrograde and direct is happening as I do this video. But I wanted to touch on my opinion in regards to the conscious community, or the Black consciousness community, or whatever, or the New Age consciousness, or whatever you want to put yourself on, or whatever category you want to put yourself under. Well, everybody in the conscious community talks about enslavement. In lack of a better term, I don't want to offend nobody or anyone, but well, it's not a lack of a better term. That's exactly what we're always talking about, being enslaved. We're being enslaved. We have to get out of the box. You know, Black people always have to get out of the box. But I think that we should focus on the things that we can change. And I petition that for the conscious community. I think that we should petition things that we actually can change for the betterment of our community. We cannot change that we have a social security number and we're getting tracked down every second of the day. It will take an amount of pressure from us to the powers that may be, for them to let go of all the power that they have, which is probably not going to happen. So I feel like what we can do at this very moment in time is learn the power of sacrifice, learn the power of knowledge, get as much knowledge of ourselves as we can, express ourselves accordingly towards whoever doesn't understand where we're coming from or the hurt that we have, and also understand that we will forever be enslaved. If we're not enslaved by whitewash mentality, or people that think that everyone is beneath them and that we're not all equal, in a sense where we're all in the same shithole, because not all humans are equal, not everyone's equal. I don't believe that. I believe there's people that have privilege, there's people that don't know what to do with that privilege, and there's people that do know what to do with that privilege. So we're always going to be enslaved to that. There's always going to be a matrix. I think that people need to step out of we need to dismantle the matrix. No, we don't need to. We need to leave the matrix as it is. It was put in place to serve as a veil between the known and the unknown, and to protect our own people. Because if we don't have the matrix in between us and other entities or other deities or other aliens or alien DNA that come in and out of the planet, it's going to be complete and total chaos. And I feel like people need to also understand that the way we've allowed the world to go, there is such thing as a little too late for certain things. We could have dismantled the matrix 50 years, 100 years ago. 100 years ago would have been good, but that didn't happen. We could have done it a long time ago, but we didn't. A lot of people, not just Black people, a lot of Jewish people, a lot of Spaniard people, a lot of, like I said, Jewish people, and anybody that was a threat to the bigger picture. If it wasn't us, it would have been somebody else enslaved. I think we need to see that as well, and be a little bit more compassionate towards those that don't have knowledge of what their own people have done to other people and other ethnicities and other cultures, because not everybody is aware. I think that if we're not enslaved to the matrix in some way, shape, or form, the best thing that we can do at this very moment in time is learn to navigate it, learn to switch in and out of it, understand what we need, understand what we don't need, understand the powers within it, and understand the powers without it, outside of it. And know that if you're not enslaved to your social security, you're not enslaved to the color of your skin, if you're not enslaved to your culture, your ethnicity, to how you dress, to how you live, to what's being shown on TV, to the video games that we have, to the food that's not being processed correctly or even grown correctly due to GMOs, we're going to be enslaved to our spiritual family. Because I'm speaking to anybody that's spiritual. If you stop feeding your deity, talk to me and see how you work in the matrix. Black, white, purple, and green people. Yes. stop honoring your ancestors. Even when your ancestors are fucked up and wrong and they've lied to us and stole from us and hid shit from us that was important for our growth in this day and age, try to stop yourself from the growth. I mean, from your connection with them. You try that and see how the fuck you're gonna be, because that's being disloyal. So I feel like the black consciousness or the black community should come together. Yes, we should continue to feed knowledge to our people, and never ever stop teaching our people where they came from. Never allow them to forget, because the moment that you allow them to forget is the moment that the matrix would totally completely consume you, as opposed to you living in it, as opposed to the matrix living for you instead of you living for the matrix. There's a very big difference. So just wanted to get, you know, that point out there. And it's important for us to know not just the suffering of our people, but to know that the next generation, and to accept that the next generation will probably want to continue in the how do I say it? Continue in the let's create a mixed breed, or continue to breed. Let's just say that the next generation will continue to breed, and there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do. However, I feel like story is being changed, or the story is being changed in this point where it's not by force, it is by choice. What happened during the time of enslavement of my people, black people, or the Spanish people, when they hit the Isla La Española, which is the Dominican Republic and Haiti today, they forced themselves on our indigenous people. Now, women and men are making the decision or choosing to go out with somebody outside of their ethnicity or their culture. And that's great. That's your choice. Who gives a fuck? As long as you love that person, it's fine. I feel like the black community, the black consciousness community, needs to know that it's not, you shouldn't push too much. You can give your children knowledge. Like the day I have children, I will give my children knowledge. Always uphold the black woman as God. Always respect the black man. Respect the black woman. And I would want my kids to go out and enjoy their people and procreate with their people. But the fact of that matter is that it's probably not going to happen. And even if they go out with somebody that looks like them, that person is probably going to be from a different culture, different ethnicity, different tribe, and they're going to try to, you know, blend and create the next generation of breeds. Or humanoids or human breeds. So I know people are gonna be like, oh, but you're supposed to be like black power. That is black power, as long as you don't allow yourself to die. You see how some people look down on black people or Hispanics, but they're ready to mix with our people, is because they don't allow themselves to die. So don't allow yourself to die. Don't allow yourself to die. And that's all I have for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.